We got a dog despite my son Dylan's objections. He won't walk or play with the dog, and my wife says I'm being unfair for trying to force him. Now our family is divided. As a kid, I always wanted a dog, but my parents never let me have one. As I got older, the idea of owning a dog slipped away during my 20s. However, recently the desire to have a dog was reignited. Excitedly, I brought up the idea with my family. My wife wasn't thrilled about it at first, but after weeks of me persistently asking, she eventually agreed. My two sons, Alex and Jake, were overjoyed at the prospect of getting a dog, but Dylan, my middle son, completely against it. Dylan has always been different from my other sons. While Alex and Jake are into sports and always full of energy, Dylan is more subdued and never showed much interest in sports. This difference has made it challenging for me to connect with him. Despite his opposition, the rest of us managed to convince Dylan to agree to get a dog. He made it clear, however, that he would not be involved in taking care of the dog. I hoped he would change his mind once the dog arrived. We brought Zeus home 7 months ago, and Dylan's stance hasn't budged. He doesn't play with Zeus, cuddle with him, or even let him into his room, claiming that the dog destroys things. Zeus, on the other hand, adores Dylan, often following him around and trying to get his attention. Yet Dylan remains unresponsive to Zeus's attempts to bond. Hoping to change this, I recently told Dylan he would have to walk Zeus every day after school. Dylan flatly refused and has avoided the topic ever since. After a week of no progress, I told him that if he didn't start walking the dog, he wouldn't be allowed to visit the comic book store anymore. This led to a major blow-up. She found his intolerance strange, but insisted that we had agreed to his terms. Since that conversation, my wife has been distant, and Dylan remains cold towards me. Even Alex, who initially supported getting the dog, is siding with his mother now, leaving me to question my decisions and the whole situation.